Alright, so boom! That's one of the intros of someone I watched, the Chiseled Adonis. His channel is fucking great. Go and watch that after you've watched this one. So we're going to talk about how to produce good videos on your own channels. Good afternoon and welcome back, ladies, gents and Pikachus. Always have a snappy intro and say something energetic at the beginning of the video, just to make sure people are interested. If you start off like, dull, bland, why the fuck would anyone watch? It's just not going to grab people's attention. So I guess before I get into video editors, my setup, how to set up your videos, how to record videos, all that kind of technical stuff, just make sure you know that. If you don't start off well in your first 20 seconds, then just click away. It's a complete waste of your time. So always do that, have a good intro. But what I really want to talk to you about is the technicalities of setting up your studio, well, my lounge is now my studio, so that you can make videos, and they do well. So the first thing you're going to need is a computer, not a phone. I mean, you can do it with a phone if you're on a limited budget. You can use a free app and spend no money at all. But as we'll find out later, that comes with a lot of problems and a lot of issues which you just don't have time for. You don't need that on your plate. You've got other things in your life to do. And it already takes hours and hours, and it takes like effort, to make good videos, good content that people want to watch. So like I say, the first thing you're going to use is a computer, like this one here. That was a Nippo-G AM06, it was like 500 quid. So that's not actually what I'm using at the moment. My main rig is my old computer with the graphics card in it, because it just renders things quickly. So instead of having to wait like an hour and a half for each video to finish processing so I can then upload it, which is another half an hour, it's done like that. It takes 5-10 minutes at most. So what I like to use is a Windows PC, because I like to think anyway that Microsoft are a trustworthy company. So yes, they're probably spying on me via my Microsoft account, but what they will not be doing is selling my details onto the dark web or the black market of some kind, and that won't be used against me later. For instance, on your phone, everything you do is spied on, especially on Android. It just goes without saying that Android spies on you. You actually agreed to this when you use the phone, because Android is a free operating system. So that's the first thing to remember. Free stuff ain't free. It just isn't. The reason it's free for you at the point of use is because while you're using it, they're collecting all your data, your personal information, your usage tracks, your cookies, and your web browsing history, stuff you've written in emails, and they're using that data to feed information to other companies for the sake of advertising. That's why you get that spooky thing where you watch a video about like mass murderers from the past, and then you see an advert pop up for like a rape alarm or something, and you think, hang on a minute, that's not a coincidence there. And you're right, it's not a coincidence. Free programs are not free, and how they pay for themselves is with your data. So if you want to avoid having your data stolen and resold, don't agree to the terms and conditions, and that usually means you're not allowed to use the free software. So just bite the bullet, pay your 30-40 quid or whatever it is for your video editing software. That's what we're going to talk about next. Which video editing software would I advise that you use? Personally myself, I use Movie Maker HD, again from Microsoft, and I don't use the free version for the reasons which I have described. I don't think Microsoft will sell my details if I do use the free version, but they will definitely be scanning my cookies and my internet browser history in order that they can surround my screen with adverts, and that's how they pay for the free version without you having to pay for it. So it's like 25-30 quid, it isn't expensive to use it, and you get all the features and none of the adverts and none of the bloatware. Plus, your computer will actually run quicker because that bloatware, it drains the system resources, it uses memory, it uses your internet connection for a start, and all that stuff's just going to slow you down. And you don't want to deal with that. You're busy, you've got stuff to do, you've got limited time and energy, and you want to crack on making your videos. You want to make them good so people watch them. So Movie Maker HD is fairly easy to use. Like I say, it's cheap, doesn't take up a lot of system resources, any old computer can run it, and what you'll find is you can quickly build your skill up with it. It's point and click, it's like an object orientated, buttons for everything, menu commands, and what you see on the screen is what you're going to end up with in your video. So, but there are other options if you have to use your phone. The only one that I've really used is iMovie with an iPhone 9, and it was okay. It was actually better for it, the effects and the little bells and whistles were better than what you get with Movie Maker HD. But because it's on a tiny little phone screen, and obviously the phone has a much weaker graphics chip than my computer over here, when it actually came to rendering down those videos, it took fucking hours, and I just wasn't willing to wait. Plus, on a tiny little screen, you really can't see the little imperfections and the little things that you're going to want to get rid of. So once you've spent 2 hours rendering down your thing and you watch it on a big screen, usually you're going to be disappointed that you missed this or that and there's little errors in there. So like I say, just bite the bullet, get a computer, get Movie Maker HD to start with. You can always upgrade later, and then just crack on with that. And what you'll find is practice makes perfect. The more videos that you produce and the longer you produce them for, the better you will become. Your skill will go up and your content will be better as a result, and more people will want to watch it. Now, going into the technicalities of it a bit more, most laptops come with a webcam. I call them a nose cam because of where they are on the screen. They look right up your nose, or like at the bottom of the screen is like the absolute worst. And they have an array of microphones built in. But the problem is with that is having the microphone on the laptop. Obviously the laptop thing is spinning and the fans are going and it makes noise, right? So it's picking up that noise before it listens to you. Now the way they counter this is they have noise cancellation, but that cuts out the top and bottom tones in your voice. It flattens the whole sound, so it just makes it sound really bad. So what I would say is, again, you're going to have to be willing to put your hand in your pocket and pay for better kit. But I mean, this microphone here is fine. I prefer this to my expensive one over there, which I've got on my piano. This was £12 off Amazon, just the cheapest crappy mic that I could find. And the camera that I'm using now is a Logitech C92 or something like that. I mean, again, it's off Amazon and it was 60, 70 quid. I mean, you could get it in a sale and it could be 40, 50 quid. But that has improved my video quality immensely. In fact, you know what? The Logitubo Chinese clone camera that I was using is absolute garbage. I wish I'd never bothered to buy that thing. And that wasn't that much cheaper. That was like 20, 30 quid. And I got like 9 months out of it or something like that. In fact, it's in the bin in my other room because the cable at the end was such a cheap cable. It split just from everyday wear and tear of being moved around. It didn't have a lens cover like this one. When I finish using it, I can flick the little lens cover down and nobody's going to be spying on me because it's physically blocked. And this has got a light sensor on it, which makes me look nicer. It doesn't blend my face tone with the white of the background and make me look like a frigging ghost. So like I say, 89 quid, you're going to get a microphone and a camera. Oh yeah, and I've got a tripod, £30 camera tripod, and I just attach it on there so I don't need to prop it on boxes and it won't wobble around. It just makes me look better. It makes the camera focus better when it's on a tripod. And if you're serious about your channel and you want to make good videos that people are going to enjoy, what's 30 quid? I've had it for a year now and it has never let me down. In fact, all of this kit is amazing. None of it's ever going to let me down. And even if it does, Logitech are a good, legitimate American company who I can just ring up or email if it goes wrong and say, I have a warranty, can I have a new one please? And they'll just send out a new one. Whereas this mic is Amazon Basics, so Amazon will just send me another one straight away like that, like next day delivery. So all this stuff is improving my content. And even at the beginning when I was getting no action at all, no views, nothing, at least I could see the improvement because it was obvious when a video was bad that it was me making it bad. It wasn't the quality of the actual video that was bad. So yeah, in conclusion on cameras, mics and other pieces of kit, it's definitely worth upgrading the stuff from just your basic laptop camera or your phone camera. I mean, they will do the job. But it's like anything, it's like when you bought your car, you could have just bought the crappiest second-hand car, 1.1 Yugo from 1970s Russia, and it would have poodled about and got you from A to B. But if you had guests in the car, they're not going to enjoy sitting in that car, are they? You won't enjoy driving that car. So all this kit I've got here, my computer, my camera, my mic, my snake light there. Oh yeah, that's another thing. To make me look my best, because obviously the camera paints you in your worst form, I use a snake light. So let me show you what I will look like if I cover up my snake light. See? Straight away you can see all the imperfections, bags under my eyes reappear, and the background is now brighter. It looks like oversaturated white in the background because the light sensor can't bloody well see me. So what I do, I use a snake light. It's just a light on a little snaky rubber thing and you can point it at yourself. Obviously it kind of half blinds you, so that's not perfect. If I was a professional and I could be bothered, I'd have a silver card reflector and I'd point the light towards that and the reflector towards me, and then it wouldn't blind me. But I don't have time for that. I don't want a big piece of card in my front room, which is this room. So I use a snake light, which was 22 quid. So altogether, my microphone, my camera, 90 quid, plus that 110 quid. 150 quid should be your minimum budget for a decent studio setup. And like I say, it might sound like a lot, but if, like me, you intend to make a video every single day, every single week, every single month, for years and years and years, and you want people to enjoy watching your videos, you've got to spend that money. Bite the bullet, stop smoking weed, stop drinking alcohol, put less petrol in your car. Just sacrifice something else that you don't need and put it into your channel, and I guarantee you will not be unhappy with the good results that you get from that. So now you've got your studio set up, or in my case your lounge, and everything's tickety-boo working, you've got used to your editor, you know what the fuck you're doing. So now you want to focus on yourself. You're not just a guy anymore, you're actually a host, you're a presenter, and the show is your show. Think of it like a news segment or a comedy show, whatever it is that you're doing, and you need to put your best foot forward and present yourself in the way you want people to think of your channel. So for me, I want people to respect my channel and the time that I put into this, because I don't charge them and it costs me money to do it. So I don't just roll out wearing my, well, sometimes I do actually, but I don't generally roll out wearing my pyjamas looking terrible. You know, I bought a blue hat because it matches the colour on my branded top which I wear, Normies Against Woke, which is the name of my campaign. Notice there's no rubbish in the background. I keep my room clean. I don't leave like cigarettes knocking about for people to see, or cups of tea. There's no staining on my walls or stupid slogans. There's absolutely nothing for anyone to pick out and complain about apart from me and the things which I am saying. So in conclusion on that, once you've got your setup done, the real thing you want to focus on, the main event, is you as the presenter, as the host, and your show. And finally, you want to make sure you build good relationships with your suppliers. Now in my case, my supplier, and actually most of the services that I use, come directly from YouTube. So of course I bought YouTube Premium. I started speaking to them straight away. I sent them an email saying, these are my goals, this is me, I am a friend of YouTube, I'm a friend of America and American democracy. In fact, my entire campaign is about British democracy, freedom of speech and personal sovereignty. They're my 3 goals. And obviously they agree with that because they are a free speech company. So because I did that, I can now expect for them to treat me well, and because I'm paying them, I can have an expectation that they will do a good job for me as their customer, and as a customer they can expect that I will respect their rules and their policies, and I will do my best not to piss anyone off or step on anyone's toes. So I tend to do that, and that's primarily why I did so well at the beginning when I wasn't promoting my videos. But if you do want to promote your videos, like I think I was about 9 months in and I was doing okay, but I wasn't really getting that much attention. And I thought to myself, right, I need to get more attention. The last video I made was fucking brilliant, I really love it, and I want loads of people to see this video because I know it's going to be well received. You know, my confidence had grown to that stage through my practice makes perfect, and I'd made like 200 odd videos. So I thought, cool, I'm going to bite the bullet, I'm going to throw a few £100 at a promo to advertise my video so that more people can see it. And sure enough, the first video I promoted did really well, and after that every single other video that I promoted has done better and better. In fact, Donut Patrol, the Met Police expose video that I did the other day had something like 8,000 views in 6 hours. I mean, can you imagine a guy like me sat in his lounge without corporate sponsorship, without anyone backhanding me checks and telling me what to do? Nobody was advising me, nobody's on my side at this point. It's just me working for me on my own, and I'm getting like 10,000 views a day, 8,000 views on one video. So it was a huge success for me. And the reason why I noticed and I could detect that success is because YouTube offers statistics. You know, in their studio they've got an analysis statistics tab, and you can look through that to see how well you're doing and what you're not doing so well, to help you improve your content. That's what it's all about. It's all about improving your content so that you can reach people with your message and they will enjoy watching you and your videos. And this is what the analysis or analytics tab looks like. So you've got views, watch time, subscribers, you've got the little squiggly line graph to show you how well you're doing. See, that was that one video, 6,500 views yesterday for Crime Stoppers, the Donut Patrol, and it's currently at 7,500 views, and this updates hourly, so that's going to jump up. And as you can see, I've got over 10,000 views since yesterday, primarily based on that video and the Fuck You Rockstar, the Grand Theft Auto 6 rant. So these are the kind of things that will help you out, and they are useful, but the warning is, do not be influenced too hard by these statistics. That's where most people go wrong. They have one good video that gets loads of likes, loads of views, and they think, oh, I'm just going to do that over and over and over. And it influences their position, so they start saying different things. And I'm here to tell you that is the worst thing you can do as a creator. The thing that makes you unique, the thing that identifies you as an individual, good, unique creator, is not going to be reflected through these statistics. All these statistics reflect is how many other people have reacted to you and the general reaction, whether it was good or bad. But as we know, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fake accounts out there, so you can immediately dismiss likes and dislikes unless you're an advertiser, and just try to stick with your goals, and remember that you're not here to collect likes. These counters do not reflect your success. You will know whether you're being successful or not, and you will know whether people like your content or not. So just keep that in mind, stay focused, stay imaginative, and just be yourself, and then you will never go wrong. You'll do absolutely fine. So that's pretty much it, ladies, gents and Pikachus. Apart from all that technical stuff, all the advice that I gave, the analytics, the setup, keep yourself under control. Sense yourself. Remember that you are now a role model for other people. Even if they don't call you that or you don't feel like that, you're putting out content that hundreds of thousands of people are going to see, and half of those people are going to be upset, or they're going to want to criticize you, and they're going to want to censor you. So they're going to use all kind of tricks to shut you up. They're going to tell you you're crap and you suck and you're a dickhead and your content's crap and your point's crap. Your politics are crap, your family suck, you're a Nazi, you're a racist, you're a this, you're a that. Just remember, all this stuff is designed to turn your head away and distract you so that you stop making the points that you're making and stop making the content that you're making, and that is the death of your channel. Literally, the soul of your channel dies the second these people influence you to start doing something else. Or if they drag you into little personal catfights in the comments by saying you're mad or you're bad or lying and gaslighting you into stupid fights. So that's the final piece of advice I will give you. Just take a deep breath. Never reply to something immediately, especially if you're already, recognize when you're in a het-up mood, when you're on edge. Maybe you need to go to sleep. Maybe you need a cup of tea and a cigarette. Whatever it is that you do to calm down, make absolutely sure that you do that before you wade into the comments, because people can be absolute cunts. That's just the bottom line, and you don't want to become like them. That's what they're trying to do by giving you the you're mad, you're bad, you're racist, you're XYZ. They're trying to influence you and wreck your mindset and upset you so that you go off and you make them the centerpiece. So then they're getting your attention, they're the attention seeker, and they've just got your attention. So as long as you know what you're doing when you speak to these people and you focus on the guys that you're making the content for, and you speak to those people the most and you give them your energy, you will be rewarded, and your content and your channel and you as host will do fucking brilliantly. I mean, I'm if I do say so myself, I'm doing pretty well at the moment. I would say yesterday was a brilliant day for me. 10,000 views in a single day after spending like 200-300 quid on promos in a week. That 10,000 views was way more than I got from the promos, and it was because I made a good piece of content that people reacted to. And when I was answering all the comments, and I answered every single comment, I wasn't dragged down to the floor to fight a fool versus fool in stupid idiot combat. I just avoided all that. I don't block people. No one gets blocked off my channel unless they're obviously outwardly racist or horrible. And I just I stay focused on my goals. So as long as you do that, your setup doesn't really matter. Whether you spend a lot or not, the problems that will cause you will know about. And you can avoid them, like I said. If you just put your hand in your pocket and you think first before you spend the money, you buy the right stuff, you set it up correctly, and you just stay focused on your goal, and you keep yourself in a good working order. You keep yourself in a good mood, Service your psychology, don't let people upset you, and you'll do brilliantly. So anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed that, and I wish you the best of luck if you go out to make videos and try and build a channel the way that I'm doing, or like other people do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So God bless you and your channel content and your future, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Obviously there's a lot more to it than that, but why overcomplicate things? Just get yourself set up, get yourself started, and start practicing and making content, and before you know it, you'll be a supreme master of YouTube creation. So anyway, I bid you a good day, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.